Hello, class. I'm Joe Hunter. Today I'll be conducting a employment interview. So this is Amanda, by the way, and we're gonna role play as if she applied for a position within my section. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm in charge of the overall section, but she's also applying to take over a section within my section, I guess. So we'll go ahead and start. Uh, Sergeant Fitzpatrick, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. All right, not professional. We'll work on that. But yeah, thank you for applying. Not a lot of people apply for this position, so I really appreciate it. Set you aside from your peers, you know.
Yes, sir.
So it shows a lot. But and also thank you for taking the time to come for the interview.
Absolutely.
So, all right, so I'm just gonna ask you questions. Be comfortable, but remain professional, of course. Um, it's not like I have a point system in front of me or nothing like that. All right, it's just face to face. All right, so since I don't really know you, can you tell me about yourself?
So my name is Amanda. I was born and raised Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
22. Going to school.
That's good.
Part-time, I would say. Full-time working.
Are you in a class right now?
Yes, I am.
Probably speech, right?
Yes.
All right, awesome, cool. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So working in patrolman in Japan. I've been here for 2 years. Just kind of basic stuff.
Okay. So what was it about the job that intrigued you enough for you to apply for it? It's a very stressful job.
It is a very stressful job. I've previously worked as not the NCOIC, but I worked as one of the the client helping the customers.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to work in that section, I got to see a lot of what my supervisor did.
Who was in charge, I assume?
Who was in charge, yes, and
Right.
he gave me a lot of extra responsibilities because he knew I could handle them. So I think that with knowing a lot of what goes on back there in the office
Mm-hmm.
would be beneficial
Okay.
to being back there.
So I did see that you already have prior experiences. Is this your first, I guess, time applying as being in charge of
Yes.
program or section? Okay.
Yes, this would be.
So what are your weaknesses?
Nobody ever wants to admit their weaknesses.
We all have them, but we just have to work through it, right?
So a weakness I would say that I do need to work on is being too nice. I would, in lesser words. So, for example, people coming, sponsoring their family members on,
Mm.
they need proper identification, they need medical clearance, things like that. Sometimes people come in last minute. The office is about to close, the hospital's already closed, they can't get the proper paperwork, and it's hard for me to tell them, look, no, I can't let your mother come on base today. You're going to have to wait.
So if I do hire you and you're in charge and you see your subordinates doing that, would you correct it, or do you think, hey, it's, you know?
So that's a good question. I wouldn't train my troops to do that. I
Mhm.
wouldn't let them know that there were ways around it. I know that there's ways around it because previously, so I obviously wouldn't show them that there's ways to get through. I would show them the right way, have them
Okay.
do it the right way. So that's
Um,
definitely something that we would all have to work on.
Yeah, definitely. I think I wouldn't say necessarily a problem, because I don't have a problem with that happening, but I prefer it be run by me first without,
Yes, sir.
so that I don't get burned in there or put in the back burner. But that's okay. That's cool. What about your strengths?
So my strengths would obviously be I've worked in pass registration before. I know a lot of the policies. I know a lot of the rules and the regulations. I can spit out if someone thinks I'm wrong.
Okay.
So it's real quick I'm like kind of quick with that. You say, why do I have to take this driving class again when I just took it in Misawa? Well, this is why. And then I could be able to show them. And then there's no room for argument with them.
Okay, that's really good, because when your subordinates can't handle a customer, you need to step in and say, hey, this is why, and you need to do this and that.
Absolutely.
And of course, if you were to have a problem, just let me know. So this is like I said, it's a very stressful position for anybody. I've done it before, but what is something that you can do for the section to change it for the better of what it is already right now?
So one goal that I would have for myself is to adjust the TCN request process, which is third country national, obviously people that have to be cleared by OSI to be on the base.
Mm-hmm.
By doing that, I think if we give OSI a certain timeline and say, hey, instead of this is when the person's coming,
mm-hmm.
we can say, hey, I need this back by this date. Can you please make sure I have it by next Friday instead of 2 days before the person gets there? That way, the sponsor has time to plan, and if it's not approved and they have other routes, they can do something, get a hotel off base. It's not last minute for them.
Okay. Are you a micromanager?
Very, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You think that, what do you think are some of the pros and cons to that? Especially working with people in your section that's not, or that's Japanese, and you have airmen as well. So
it's very important to have a strong relationship with the Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
They are the continuity back there. They know everything. If we ever have a question, we go straight to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm not a big fan of micromanagers. I prefer you trust your people.
Right.
But there's pros and cons to everything. So
yes.
As long as I can trust you to make it work, I'm cool with that. So.
Yes.
But that's it for questions. So, again, thank you for applying for the position. You're one of very few, but you're showing the initiative to step outside of what you're already doing. So,
yes, sir.
You have an edge on a lot of the other applicants because you have experience in that section already. So I really like that.
Yes, sir.
However, I can't tell you right now that I'm going to hire you. So it'll be within a week. So
yes,
I really appreciate you coming in, taking the time out, and being professional and
absolutely.
Just being honest about all your questions.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have anything for me?
No, sir.
All right. I thank you. I appreciate you coming in. All right.
Yes, sir.
I'll keep in touch.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.